Hello! Welcome to my craft room. My name is Deanna Gonzalez and I'm a Stampin' Up, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. But I wanted to show you something. I did use some Stampin' Up products, of course, but I cut this on my silhouette machine. It is the cutest little card here. So when you open up, you've got this little attached tea bag thing, and I just think it is the cutest thing, so I used the Stampin' Up stamps for that, and of course the cardstock. I did Pool Party and Melon Mambo, and together they just are so cute and cheerful and bright. And I did the Pool Party Baker's Twine. So I did want to show you how to make this seriously adorable card. And I know that if you don't have a silhouette, this isn't really going to help. But you know, I'm sure that you could either, you know, figure out a way to trace or something. I don't know. I just really wanted to show it to you. I hope you will forgive me if you don't have a silhouette machine. And I did find, let me see, is that, we'll go with this one, I did a lacy envelope that I was able to cut, and I just daubed all the edges, and I felt like this just looked seriously cute with the teacup card. So it fits in here just beautifully. And I do plan on doing some recording my screen video tutorials once I get the program and learn how to do that. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that, so I'll show you how I made sure that the envelope fit the card perfectly and all that stuff. I want to show you. It's a lot of fun. So right now what I did was I just took the layout that you get with the silhouette machine, and I cut it twice, once with the Melon Mambo, once with the Pool Party, and then just sponged the edges of everything, so that when it came together, it would just have like an additional cute little added edgy thing. So I did the field flowers and a dozen thoughts for the words, for the hello and the, you know, sweet little, what does it say exactly? My thoughts are happiest when you're in them. And I just love that. I think that's so sweet and loving and just wonderful. So I did that, and let's get started. So I did, you know, shame on me, I'm going to be using the Eileen's glue because with Tombo's great for holding things together and not drying all folded funny, but it also, if it oozes out on the edge, it stays sticky when it dries, whereas this doesn't. So because of the fine little lines here and stuff, and I want to make sure that it definitely is touching well on this card, I hope you'll forgive me, but I didn't use Tombow. So I know, bad me. So I'm just going to take this nail adhesive first and just go ahead and insert the little teacup that it comes with. Oh my goodness, I am such a huge fan of having tea, drinking tea, just sweet little tea party things. So this was so crazy wonderful for me. I'm just going to get a little bit of the glue, and yes, I'm just using a spaghetti stick. I learned this little tip years ago in a magazine, I think a UK magazine actually, and my life has been so much easier because when I used to use the bottles, you know, the little tubey section of Hello glue comes out, would always get stuck, and the glue would get trapped and it'd be horrible. And so finally I'd be having to stab like there's no tomorrow to get it to open up. Finally, when I found that technique, I was like, I never have to use that little canal again. I can just unscrew the top and smack my little spaghetti sticks in there. So anyway, yeah. So I did choose the Melon Mambo to go on the inside so that it would show up a little bit better. I thought that looked really nice. So I did that. I'm going to go ahead, and before I do the fun little taggy stuff, I'm going to just make sure I finish gluing all my little pieces. So I've got my little teacup ready. And if you don't have a die cutting machine, and it's merely because, you know, you can't justify the pricey bits of it, it's amazing to me. Like, first of all, if you get a really good deal, you know, I don't know, Black Friday is going to be, you know, not too far in the future. Maybe you could plan for that. They might, like, it's always great how many cool deals you can get during that time. But whether you go for, you know, the silhouette where you're buying your patterns per one, or designing your own, or you buy the Cricut where it has cartridges that you're just, you know, you're buying and then you use their cartridges. You know, like, so all of it is just so great, you know. I love all of my machines and the Eclipse and everything, for different, like, the different designers, different reasons. But when you buy, say, like, a card cartridge or something, where you get a bunch of bases, right? I mean, the possibilities are feel so limitless, because you just constantly get to cut up all these beautiful shapes, and then you can stamp them like crazy with all your gorgeous stamps, and your cards just become that much more amazing, you know, that much more of a ta-da when you're finished, with a lot less sorrow and agony, because you took an eternity, you know, working on this card, you know, and you're not even sure, you know, if the person you're giving it to is going to appreciate it. But anyway, long little saga. So my friend gave me this great tip, because as you've seen, I have slippy problems when I do my Stamp-A-Majig on things that are smaller than, you know, small. Like, if I do the Stamp-A-Majig on a 8.5 by 11 paper, it's easy to keep the paper in place. But little bits, you know, it slides about. So if you use reusable tape, and I just have a big Scotch reusable tape bitty thing there, and you just put that on the back of your little thing, now it's not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to have like a big ruckus happening where you're like, wow, I've seen you stamp that 25,000 times, Deanna. Like, what's going on? Yeah. So, yes. Anyway, actually, I didn't use... Sorry, I used Bermuda Bay for the hello. My brain is just sort of calculating right now. Sorry. Okay, so I am going to get my Stamp-A-Majig ready. And I think it's great when you have wood blocks and you can make something that you don't have to make this every time. If you use the vellum cardstock, which I've never seen or used before, but heard it's really awesome. So that's great. If you have the wood blocks, then you could just always have these constant, you know, little things ready for you. Here we go. I'm just going to come in and use the Stamp-A-Majig, and now I have it perfect! The first time! Wonderful! I love it! And this comes right off, so we don't have to worry about accidental whoopses here. And then we'll just put it on this so that this isn't going to go anywhere. Yay! Don't you love it when you find out some little technique that makes your entire life so much easier? Like, if I had only known all this time. Luckily, I haven't been doing this for very long, so it's not like I have this great agonizing story. I don't really have a right to complain, but I am thankful that I do know that this is how you do it now. So I used Bermuda Bay on the pool party because it really jumps out, the word really jumps out this way. Whoops, probably should close this. And I'm just gonna turn this. Yeah, get my cute little hello. Hello, how are you? Yeah, I like that. That is super cute. Okay, so now that we've lined this up correctly, I'm just going to come in, move this out of the way, and look, it didn't slip, or run away from me. It's right there. Yeah! And this would be great embossed, and I will be embossing things too. I really love the way the puffed up, I've been melted on top of ink look is. It's just so gorgeous, and I think that would be really pretty. The words, both words embossed and raised, I think would be really pretty. So now we're just going to come in with our pool party twine. I love the fact that all the findings, all the cardstocks, the inks, you know, all this stuff they all match and go together. So to me, it's amazing, you know, that it can look just so incredible. I'll do this one first together, and I mean, I never had that before. It was just kind of like, well, I have this from this company because it was on sale, this from that company because that was on sale, and well, they don't exactly match quite the same, but you know, it works, you know. But it's just so much more exciting when it actually was made for that reason. I'm really enjoying that aspect of Stampin' Up! Like there's no tomorrow. I am so happy. So, alright, so let's see how far we want this. We probably just want this to be, you know, about that long. Not super long. We'll just put this baby back. I'm gonna make a box sometime that'll hold all these and make it look really cute, but I don't have one right now. So we're just gonna come in with our snail adhesive again. Get a little bit of that down. And maybe a little bit of Eileen's just to get the edges so it'll really get, oh, I have hair! Ah! I don't want to give somebody a card when it's got a piece of my hair in it, like, oh, that's so gross, Deanna, what have you done? So, okay, here we go. And now, we just need to stick this, there's that hair, it's just not going away. It's like, maybe it's all the electrical staticky stuff's in the air just kind of making things happen, I don't know. Okay, so, you should have seen me in science class, my word, some of those words are insane. It's like, it was like Chinese for me. I really didn't do so well with that. Okay, so, not that we need to talk about my complicated way of speaking, of communicating, all that stuff. But anyway, so here we go. Just doing a double knot just so that it doesn't have a easy way of slipping out and being like, hey, hey, I don't want to be here. And come out. That would be so sad. So, we're going to just come in and get a little bit of the stick slap and a little bit of Eileen's again. On the edges here. I don't want to glop it on because then it dries so, like this stuff really does curve paper when it dries. It can look so bad, and I learned that the hard way and I was devastated. But anyway, oh, that's really long, isn't it? Oops. Okay, well, you probably don't want to do it that long. I probably should have been a lot better at that and just kind of tested it. But you know, hey, you know, the tea bag, it just goes forever, right? So now that I glued that, I can't really, let's see. Can we undo this before it gets too friendly with each other? Oh look, it's not too bad. Okay, so we will definitely clip this shorter. We don't want that mistake anymore. And look, see, I'm showing you what to do when you have ruckuses happen. Yay! Because when Deanna crafts, ruckuses are always happening. Now, I've decided, because you know, like you can either make problems happen or, you know, you could be an innocent bystander and it just sort of happens to you all the time. I've decided I'm an innocent bystander. Yes, that's what I've decided. You know, when I decide to use, you know, the computer chair that has all the wheels on it to go roll over to the shelf to stand on it, and then it decides it wants to slip and fall and become a problem. Oh, whoops, that didn't work. You know, that wasn't really my fault. I mean, I was an innocent bystander just using a chair almost appropriately, and then out of the blue, that happens. Oh my goodness, you know, I fall down. I suppose you can see why Carlos gets really nervous about leaving me at home alone when he has to go to work. It's like, what is my wife going to do now? Alright, this knot is just not being a friendly fella. Alright, that's better, right? We'll just make sure. Let's tape it inside. Why not, right? Get some tape. Just tape that down. There, maybe it'll have a less slippage problem. We'll just re-glue it because I made a ruckus. Alright, get that in there. Now that is gonna look a lot cuter, don't you think? Whoops. So, if you accidentally had too long, if you just rip it open as soon as possible, you can fix it. Woohoo! So I hope you love this card. I absolutely love this thing. You can pull that and pull it this way. And yeah, so I love die cutting and stamping. Isn't it so much fun? So I hope you'll come back and craft with me some more and have some fun. And I love smacking these envelopes together. And anyway, so thank you for joining me. I hope you'll come back and watch more of my videos and craft with me so we can have a great time together. Alright, thank you so much for joining me. Goodbye.